Hey everyone, Jeff Sire from the Practical Drummer here. I'm going to show you a 4/3 pattern that naturally resolves in 3/4. We're going to put it into 4/4. And this groove is also starting with left hand lead again, as I showed you in the last video. I'm going to play eighth notes up on the ride cymbal here. Now I'm a right-handed player, but I put my ride cymbal mostly on the left. It's not exactly on the left, way over here. So I can access it with the right if I want to. But I like having it on the left because it frees me to play more open on the drum set. And it's challenged me to get my left hand independence. Nowhere near Carter Beaufort or anyone like that, but you know, it's really a great practice. So I want to show you that today, and I want to show you how to integrate the right hand, playing some interesting polyrhythmic patterns to your groove. So basically I'm going to play quarter notes with the left foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eighth notes with the left hand on the ride. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, so that's pretty simple. But instead of putting the right hand on the snare drum, you know, what I would do, I'm going to just take the left hand off the ride and hit the snare drum, okay? Because that's going to free us up with the right hand to do some different patterns. Now you are going to miss the ride on the 2 and 4 because you can't hit both at the same time, but that's the concession I make in this. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So we're going to keep that going, and we're going to add some interesting polyrhythmic right hands rhythms, okay? So what I want to show you though is the actual rhythm. It resolves in 3/4. So if I'm playing eighth notes, so actually let me just count it out for you. So it's 1 E and da 2 E and a 3 E and a 1 E and da 2 E and a 3 E and a 1. I'm going to add the 16th note after it, so it's actually going to be 1 E and da 2 E and a 3 E and. Okay, 1 E and da 2 E and a 3 E and. So you're taking out every third 16th note. So it's a rolling feel. It's kind of like a shuffle. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and. Okay? But with the left foot and the right hand, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E. Okay? So remember, slow it down a little bit. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and. So you have to train your brain. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and 1 E. Okay, up to speed. Okay, so you want to really make sure that that's really in sync so it's not muddy, okay? Now, applied to 4/4 though, it goes over the bar line, right? So because it resolves in 3, it starts over again on beat 4 in 4/4, but then it goes till beat 2 of the second measure and so forth. It takes actually 3 measures of 4/4 to resolve back to 1 if I were to start this polyrhythm on 1, okay, of the first measure. So what I want to do though is make some interesting patterns. So I'm going to play, I'm going to play like a few measures of just kind of filling in I'm going to use the cowbell because it's a little bit more prominent, filling in some patterns, but then I'm going to take this polyrhythm and you'll hear it ring out over a few measures, a couple measures, and I'll play that and then we'll kind of debrief it, okay? Again, it's a little bit more improvisatory than, I'm not going to show you exactly what I play note for note, but I'm giving you the tools to figure this out on your own. So, it sounds something like this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Okay, so you can see the first time I went 4 measures just to kind of get the groove going, and then I went into kind of 2 measure trade-offs, right? So the first 2 measures, and I'll play it again now that I have it. First 2 measures, I want to just play some random, interesting, broken rhythm with the cowbell, not the full polyrhythm. Okay, as you heard the second couple measures though, the cowbell kept doing this rolling feel, and that's exactly what I'm talking about, is this 4/3 polyrhythm. And essentially, if I do it for 2 measures, it's 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and, you know, so you have to resolve it. You got to lop it off at the end because it would go into the next measure, the third measure. But it sounds kind of cool when you're grooving along and you add this in. So I don't want to be playing righty because my cowbell's over here. It'd be too awkward to go. You know, and have to kind of, if I wanted to do the whole polyrhythm, I'd have to go. You know, this kind of weird thing. So I want to open up to the right hand to do it because it's natural right on the right side. Okay, so again, I've practiced this so many times that I can start anywhere with the cowbell and resolve it after a couple measures or after 1 measure, or make it go all 3 measures. So you have to do that work though, right? So you could try it, break it down in 3/4. So you could go 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and right, so to get it, I did it in its natural state. It resolves every time on 1, and I've just brought this down to the 2. But now we're in 3/4, so you got to count it out, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 3. Okay, but again, we're playing in 4/4. So it gets pretty interesting, the sound of it, okay? Another way to do this too, and I want to show you, is you could play a double bass groove, you know, and play maybe a sound source on the left here. Well, I'll just keep with the ride, but you could play. You know, you can start getting, and again, I'm just using the cowbell here, but you can use tom-toms. You could play the left timbali here. That would kind of sound with double bass. So again, the concept is the same. I showed you first playing lefty and then maybe adding some double bass. You're still playing these polyrhythmic concepts though, applying it to various parts of the drum set. So try that out. Hope you have good luck with it. Hopefully I've explained it clearly enough in this 9-minute video. But stay tuned for more. We'll do more about these kind of polyrhythms. And good luck practicing. Thanks.